Hey YouTube, this is MegaMania009. Right now I'm just going to show you an update on my right-hand drive Integra J-swap. So far what I've worked on is the brake lines. I had spare brake lines laying around, and I just ended up doing a budget brake line that cost me maybe $3 because I use a T-fitting and everything else I already had. But you see here, flared into this, and there was already a hole here, so I just put a rubber garment there, and I just ran the rear brake lines inside and used the union fitting down here. Also in the inside, the portion valve is right there, and you see the T fitting that I used. Another thing that I have been working on is the right side harness. I used the original harness for this vehicle because the right-hand drive harness was all cut up. It was way too cut up to even be repaired. So I just been using the spare wire from the right-hand drive, just color matching wires and extending some wires like here for the windshield wiper. I just cut and reloomed here and soldered and heat shrunk all the wires so they can fit through the rubber real good. And I just cleaned it up here. Not really worried about extending these yet so far, because I think if I put HIDs, they'll come with extra wire and extend here. And then this side, you see that I haven't completed yet, but basically the whole thing is to get the wires through here to make sure there's rubber garments here nice and sealed to make sure no water or anything gets inside. So I'm probably gonna have to cut around here and pull the wires through, and then solder and shrink all the wires together. Another thing, I ended up finding this in my pile of junk, so I'm gonna have to clean up the welds here and then weld this in place. Probably put a welding blanket over here. Also, what I've done is I just put my Chase Bay's fuel filter and fuel return line. So this is it here. Used just a brass fitting into this here. I have the Chase Bay's wire tuck harness. There's no plug for the EGR, so I can eliminate that. I'm probably gonna make my own plate to block this off. And everything the harness goes to here. Just cut up a rubber tubing around here and make sure it's nice around the firewall to keep the wires from getting cut up. And then the wire harness comes out here, and then it plugs into some connectors and eventually plug into the AM computer, which has to get calibrated, so I don't want to plug anything in yet. I also ended up getting a junkyard starter the other day for $40 from a 03 Honda Accord that fit right up to the transmission. And I have the alternator. I'm just gonna powder coat the brackets. The brackets for the alternator, I'm sandblasting them. The valve covers here, I powder coated them. Silver vein here. It's almost like a texture type. You know, it's completely different from like this or something like that. I just wanted to try something different. The brackets are probably going to be like this color, you know, because I think it'll go real nice with this type of color. But you see the texture kind of on the silver vein. Again, it was just new powders that I just wanted to try out for the J-swap. But again, this is what I have so far. I got the stainless steel clutch line coming in the mail, and I still have to get a hose down here, alternator. I have to do my battery terminals. You know, I have these battery terminals I'm probably going to be putting right here and there and run the lines down. And I still have to get a windshield. I don't want to put the VIN numbers yet till I get the windshield, everything all lined up. And that's pretty much it. And after that, It should be running really soon. I mean, I wish I could show you the brake lines. You can see the brake lines. I did really nice. Oh, the brake lines here, they go into a rubber garment also. Again, this was a budget, real budget brake line tuck that I did. And I just drilled a hole and run them through rubber garments. I mean, if anything happens, I'm probably going to have to replace the whole line. But for my budget, I think it did just fine. You see there. All right, thanks for tuning in. This is Mega Manny 009.